warmth and affection and kind of teach you how to enjoy life.
And what are the negative aspects?
Negative aspects of being with a woman.
By the way, this is for Oxygen Network.
Well, what's scary is how much I can come to depend on one, and women don't like to be needed. They don't like a man who's needy. So I have to watch that I don't become needy and too dependent and regress. Because I guess, like my mother got sick when I was 1, and over the next 3 years she died of cancer, and so I guess I look for a little bit of mothering. And I have to be careful of that, because women don't want to be a mother too much to their man.
It sounds like you're not talking necessarily about negatives in women. You're talking about certain characteristics in yourself.
Yes.
That might make it challenging.
Yeah. Women tend to be more to the left. Men tend to be to the right politically, so that can make for tension. Women, if they went to college, they tend to be feminists and to think that men and women are basically the same. And so that can be a problem. I don't know what are the other problems with women. Oh, most women expect to be taken care of, and they never made more than $50,000 in a year, so I'm usually attracted to really high achieving women, like formidable women, like who are smart and got their act together and conventionally successful.
Why?
Well, I don't think I'd like someone who was
Like yourself?
someone who was like myself. Too much. Like, I need someone to connect me to other people.
What does that mean?
Well, I tend to isolate myself, so I need a woman who connects me back to others. Like, sets me up for Shabbat meals at her friend's place.
Hint, hint, hint.
That connects me to community and to other people.
Jumping back, I have a lot of women friends who are scary right-wing Republican.
You have female friends who are scary right-wing Republican?
I have a number
Single
of them.
female friends. Because women who get married and have kids do move to the right.
One is single and one is married, but one was just, that's the way her family is. You know, a lot of people who come from a lot of money are very right-wing regardless of... They say men who are right-wing hate women. What do you think about that?
I think women hate and fear women. It's just a matter of degrees. Because women can make you feel insecure and needy. They awaken you a hunger for the things you don't have. And so they make you vulnerable and hungry and aware of what you don't have. Wow, look at the ocean. Maybe this is the one, because there's no room for a one to the left.
I think it turns on and off from
Yeah.
one to the one.
Yeah.
And then later on, it
I'm
just
glad I
stays the
didn't go
one.
searching for the one.
It's funny, all these things that you might describe as negative qualities or things you don't like about a woman,
I didn't say I don't like, but they're scary.
they all seem to stem from your nature. Which is kind of interesting because that's just a story you tell yourself.
It's more interesting when you get me like in the left 1/3 of the frame and then the window in the other 2/3. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, baby. Well, they're not things I mean, those are things I experience and all men experience. Like, all men experience rejection because men have to be the aggressors in dating and pursuing women. So we experience massive rejection. So that makes us, that
Can you
increases
please
our
speak?
fear and
Can you
hatred
please
of
speak
women.
in I instead of we?
Okay. I experience a lot of rejection.
You have experienced a lot of rejection.
Yeah. It's like all men. And so we meet unattainable women and they reject us. And that's painful and it can lead to making me fear and hate women. Oh, this is so beautiful.
Or it could ask you to question your belief about women and question your belief about yourself. Because if a story isn't working, time to drop the story.
Well, I don't know if that applies if you're asking women out and you get rejected a lot, then I mean that's just the way life is as a man.
No,
but as
that's life for you.
I think that's life for every man. Unless
Really?
what's good is I gotten older and now I've learned to look for what's called IOIs, indicators of interest. So if you wait until you get some IOIs, you don't have to worry about rejection. So an indicator of interest is if she touches you, if she asks you questions about yourself, if she holds eye contact, if she's flirtatious. Those are all IOIs. So if you get some IOIs, then you can be less fearful of rejection. So when I met you, you kept some eye contact. You asked me questions, a lot of questions about myself. I think you might have even touched me. You invited me to have tea. Like, I got a lot of IOIs. So
I think you got one when I took all my clothing off. Don't get all shy.
she's just kidding, Rabbi. That's not how Holy Torah teaches.
I'm not on screen, but I'm going to tell you about two of my guy friends
Okay.
who are younger, much younger. You know, because of my volunteer work.
Wow.
Wow.
Volunteering with the homeless.
Volunteering, Jewish stuff, lots of stuff. I have a lot of guy friends who worship women, who adore their mothers, who are just amazing, amazing souls who get women from day one. It tends to be my younger friends. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's true, and I think almost all men have that capability as well. So, but I'm sure even those men who adore women, I bet they also, at times in their life, have looked at pornography. I bet when they were looking at pornography, it wasn't primarily adoration that they were feeling, but kind of brutal lust. And so I'm sure those men who adore women also hate and fear women. And I'm sure men who hate and fear women also adore women. I feel adoration of women. I also feel hatred and fear of women. And I think most men are the same. It just varies in proportion.
I'm disagreeing, and I'm telling you.
You don't think they ever experience fear and hatred of women?
No.
As soon as they ever look at pornography.
I could list you three of my best guy friends
Yeah.
who are just like so simpatico with the female soul. Because a man looks at pornography. Anyway, you're smiling, that wicked smile. I think you come from a different generation, you know, being in your mid-40s.
I'm 43.
I think in terms of misogyny and racism and politics that you definitely have a view of an older person sometimes.
You mean wise?
No. But I do think your mother abandoned you. And I think you're in terror of a woman abandoning you again.
That's true.
Do you think there's anything you can do, Luke, to lessen your rejection and increase your chances with women who are higher level.
Yes.
Like